Wow. So I've come up here and follow Alan Irwin. So oddly specific in everything he said, wasn't he? And as I was watching him, I noticed that Alan and I looked like the before and after of a drugs awareness poster. Just hit me as I came up here, but I feel we've got to try and reset the night a wee bit, okay? So let's get to know each other. I am a bald, human male, okay? And this hurts. But this started happening to me at a very young age, kind of 18, 19 months. I started losing my hair. I don't know if you can tell, but these two sides of my hairline, they had a race backwards, and it's receded so far that my hairline is now behind my knees. Well, this is my struggle, not yours. But let's see. If you're in a relationship, give me a woo. Woo! Sound fairly happy. If you're single, give me a woo. Woo! If you're married, give me a woo. Woo! Someone's wife is standing right behind him. Because look, I'm in a relationship. I've been married for 12 years, okay? And I've given her 6 of the best months of her life. But you see, the longer you're in a relationship, the more effort it takes to keep things fresh and sexy, okay? And I want to tell you, about 2 times I tried to keep it fresh and sexy, alright? Because the first time I want to talk about was a couple of weeks ago. We tried role play. Any of you perverts tried role play? Usually everyone looks around and waits for one person to put their hand up, and then everyone puts their hand up. But I'll just go ahead and put my hand up for everybody here. Because I got to pick, right, doctors and nurses. She was the doctor, girl power. I was the slutty nurse. Now that's a mental image you can't wash away. There's not enough booze behind the bar. But I was trying really hard, had the uniform on, all the gear, checking temperatures the old-fashioned way. But it was going really well, okay, really, really well. Until the role play doctors and nurses appointment turned into a real doctor's appointment. I was left in the waiting room for 3 hours. 4 fellas getting the queue ahead of me. But the second time, you buy people presents, you buy each other presents, you try to keep things, nice and happy. And she bought me the Kama Sutra. Now, show of hands, who knows what the Kama Sutra is? Oh, you see, everyone's going, scratching the back of their heads. So, for those who don't know, or who are pretending not to know, the Kama Sutra is like a lover's guide. It's a manual, there's positions, ointments, sauces, ways of pleasing your partner, right? I think there's 512 positions in the book. 513. 513, sorry. Actually, I recognise you, the angry octopus. You only had the glasses on in the picture. Yeah, it's a pop-up book. But there's 513 positions in the book, right? Just to show you how brilliant I am. I know 4 of them! It gets better because I only use 2 of them! And one of them is on her birthday, so technically. But it's because I'm a product of the education system in Ireland. I'm sure it's the same everywhere. I was taught that the clitoris was a Greek island. I don't know what it is, but speaking of Kama Sutra, as I was thumbing through the book, I was I wasn't going to say that, and my brain said, say it. As I was thumbing through the book, it got me thinking, what would the Irish Kama Sutra be like? I was thinking about it, I was asking my friends, and it was really rattling around my brain, and I figured it out. The Irish Kama Sutra is the menu that comes through the front door from your local chipper. And I'm going to tell you my theory, right? After 12 pints, it looks delicious. You think you're going to enjoy it, but after you've had it, you'll have wished you made your own dinner. That's a very talky one there, apologies. It's a big day for me, right? Today is my birthday. Thank you very much. I'd like to say that at every gig, just to see how it is. But as I was alluding to earlier on, I'm a child of the 80s who grew up in the 90s, right? 2 decades of massive change in how we lived our lives, like far more than my parents had when they were growing up. Because when they were growing up, they had the Beatles, Andy Warhol, the Rolling Stones, right? When I was growing up, I had MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, and really slow internet porn. Now, the porn itself was regular speed. It's just the internet in Ireland when I was growing up was so slow that by the time the film had downloaded, the teen had become a MILF. That's a perv test and you failed.
Dragon female horse.
Yeah. Sure.
What?
Sure, I'm a female horse. That's the weirdest Tourette's I've ever heard in my life. Usually it's like, tits, bums, fuck. I'm a female horse. Up the dosage. More Guinness, please. But when my parents grew up, they were watching the moon landing, which is amazing. The biggest technological advancement in my lifetime is Snapchat. We know what Snapchat is here. Basically, for people who don't know, it's an app on your phone that you can send pictures where you change the timer to when it's going to disappear. So, what was the first thing a man sent when he downloaded Snapchat? Ladies?
Dick.
No one sends dick pics up here?
You're normal.
You're normal.
Alright. After this, I'm going to hold a dick pic class down the end here, and we're going to go and we're going to send dick pics everywhere. Because that's the shit. Yay! Dick pics. Wow, wasn't expecting that. Okay. I'm going to change everything. We're on. Okay. So, but that's what it's for, right? It's for sending pictures of your genitals to people you like and maybe don't like. And the reaction, I know you didn't ask, but the reaction I want to my dick pics has changed over the years, okay? Because like, I used to want a little bit of enthusiasm, a thumbs up emoji or something, you know? But now the response I want has changed. Like when my little genitals pop up on her screen, I want her to make the same noise she makes when she has a piece of cake that tastes a little bit better than she expected, you know? Oh, that's not bad. Oh, no, that's nice little penis cake. Thank you very much. But yeah, this is me. But as I get older, it's actually interesting. It's happening very recently because I used to be fit, right? I used to have a 6-pack, but now I have what is known as an IKEA. It's a flat pack. And the missus has exactly the same response when she sees either a flat pack from IKEA or me with no top on. She just gives me a kick and just leaves the room because she can't use me without instructions either. You know what I mean? It's an awful time. It's an awful time. But another thing, I don't know, you're my therapy group for Friday. Thank you very much. I appreciate it because something really weird happened to me during the week. I went to the doctor, right? That's not weird. You can go to the doctor whenever you want. But he stopped. Any interest from kind of here to here is gone now. He's only interested, this is the best part to walk in. Have a seat. I'm going to tell you about a visit to my doctor. But he's not interested in anything up here anymore. It's all this area where my hairline has gone to. And he also turned around and said a weird thing. He said to me, do you mind if I check for a hernia? And I said, sure. What's a fucking hernia? And within seconds, my trousers were down around my ankles and my testicles were in his hand. His warm little doctor hand. I was so impressed. The amount of time it took to get that down and them in my hand, it was so impressive. Now I have his work number, but I'm trying to find his mobile, his personal number. Does he do house calls? You know, come on, doctor. But now that I'm getting older, I'm into some weird kinky shit and I don't mind sharing it with you. I've started watching the news. And they keep talking about the economy, we're sick about hearing about the economy. And they keep saying it's bad, but you don't really notice when you're living your life. But I did notice on the drive down here how bad the economy was because I saw MC Hammer, who we were talking about earlier on. Do we remember MC Hammer, yeah? I saw him outside and he was begging. He had a sign. And the sign said, for €10, you can touch this. Tough times. But there's also another story I read about a teacher getting in trouble for having sex with her students. Now, the curriculum has changed a lot since I was in school. Because like, if my chemistry teacher, Miss Byrne, wanted to have sex with me, I could have been Albert Einstein. But she had no interest. Well, my German teacher, he had a lot of interest. It was an awful time. But I recently, I'm just going to roll through all this because it's getting late. But I'm just back this morning from a trip to Amsterdam. You all been to Amsterdam? You know, I saw your picture above a bar. Just saying, I'm a female horse on top of it. Don't serve them. But I had a bit too much to drink and I got lost in the red light district. Got lost everywhere. Sure, no, I promise. I was lost, okay? And every single shop I saw had the same neon sign above it. Live nudes. Every single shop. Live nudes. And it got me thinking, live nudes. As opposed to... Why do you have to specify it with a sign? You know what I mean? It's a weird phrase. Another weird phrase I saw in Amsterdam was for external use only. And I saw it everywhere. You see the frightened look on my face? In my hotel room, it was stuck to everything. The toothpaste, the toothbrush, the hairdryer. Now I have a question. Are enough of us sticking hairdryers up our arses to warrant a sticker? It turns out, yes. So yeah, I was amongst my people. But it's interesting, I was talking to the old man, actually, my old man was born in Armagh. He's an Armaghnese person. I'm one of you. My dad brought me up exactly the same way that your parents would have brought you up. Passed down exactly the same things. Mostly trauma-based. But, you know, we're all the same. But see, sometimes your dad will have the birds and bees conversation with you. Now, I don't know how it all works up here, but my dad didn't. I didn't learn about it in school. I learned about it by the drawings on the boys' toilet wall. And they were like, oh, very graphic, much like Alan Irwin's set there earlier on. But all these pictures scrolling across the toilet wall, right? And they all had the face of my maths teacher on each one. And Mr. Smith hated that. But I have a message for the ladies. I bring it from my home, which I'm going to talk about in a sec. But I feel we all need to have a chat. Ladies, fellas, I'll take it from here. You give us too much credit. Okay? I'm going to tell you why. Because when we were growing up, when boys are growing up, they're addicted to one of two things. Okay? They fall into with bad crowds. It's either smoking or wanking. And the reason we fall in with one of these two things is because they are so similar. Now I see you looking at me going, what? They are not similar at all. What are you talking about? I'm going to show you how similar they are, okay? My eyes are up here, alright? These jeans can't take that pressure. You take it easy, alright? Easy, big fella. Sorry, I don't know if he's more excited. But they are so similar, smoking and wanking. I'm going to show you exactly how similar they are. Can I ask you a question?
Just remember that's my dad.
No, it's okay, I promise. Sorry, do you know your dad's a female horse? Do you know?
Just laugh at the wrong times. I'm very scared.
So this is a very serious question. We're bridging the gap here.
Okay.
Smoking and wanking, they're so similar. If I was to do either of those on your lap right now, would you say yes or no to enjoying it? You're looking, she's thinking about it. So I'll reenact it over here, okay? I'm not considering that. Your dad's here. I'll just show you, all right?
Just be careful.
Your
That's
husband's
the
here
only.
too,
Oh, your
yeah.
husband? But can I sit on your knee? Is that so? I can't get up out of this chair now. The answer is no. You don't want anyone anywhere sitting on your lap having a smoke or having a wank.
Okay.
No, call me old fashioned. I don't know how this shit works up here. Call me old fashioned, but it's not for me. But it might be for you guys. I don't know.
It isn't.
Do you know? I've done that joke a few times, and no
Smoking
one.
and wanking.
Yeah, no one has
Together,
ever said
Not
it.
war.
No one has ever said, do you know,
Not too
I
bad.
might be into that.
Until now.
And it's too late now. You're like, no. My dad and my husband are here. To show you how otherwise they're similar, let's see how this works. We'll move on from the lap sitting. You're not allowed to do either of them in a cinema. Smoking and wanking are so similar. All the fellas in here have gotten in trouble for doing it down the back of a bus. I kind of took off on a tangent that I wasn't expecting there. Thank you for your help. Thank you. But a couple of things, and then I promise we can all go home. This is turning into a hostage situation. Something that happened up here that is something that I enjoy talking about in retrospect, because at the time it was tragic, but then when you look back it's hilarious. You know the way we all have these kind of things where at the time it's just so tragic, you never want to think about it again, but then you look back and go, it's hilarious. Because at my granddad's funeral, I dropped him. He was in the box on his big day, right? And I dropped him. Now at the time, tragic. But now, still fucking tragic. Some of these things, they remain tragic. That's one of them. But I want to finish off by telling you a little story about where I'm from. I'm from Bray, County Wicklow. 2 hours, 20 minutes that way. It's a beautiful spot. Just to give you an idea, an American tourist left a review on TripAdvisor that said, Bray is cultured, but charmingly violent. We don't know what that means, but Bray is lovely, and I want to leave you with a phrase that was written on the back of a public toilet door in Bray, where I lost my virginity twice. It does grow back. So, we're gonna have a big finish here. I want everyone, when this is over, to stand, applaud as if you've just been let out, and we can move on with our lives. Because from my town to your hearts, love is like pissing on yourself. You might think you look stupid, but you will always feel warm. I've been Keego, you've all been absolutely beautiful.